I'm April Sham. I'm the Youth Programs Coordinator here at the Honolulu Museum of Art. Today, we're going to do a simple weaving activity and learn how to create a plain weave using a small loom. There are two key components in creating a plain weave: warp and weft. Warp threads are what you use to prepare the loom, and they remain stationary. And the weft is the material that you use to weave through the warp back and forth using an under and over movement. Here are the materials we're using today: a small loom, a variety of string and yarn, a popsicle stick, a plastic yarn needle, some tape, a pair of scissors. These are materials you should be able to find at your local craft store. Let's begin. First, we're going to prepare the loom by dressing the loom with warp threads. I've selected the warp thread I want to use. Using some tape, tape down the end of the warp thread at the edge. And start by wrapping your warp thread, beginning with the notches, going back and forth. Grab your scissors, go ahead and cut the end. And tape the end down as well. And this is the warp. Next, we're going to thread the yarn through the yarn needle, like so. And we're going to tie a simple knot just to hold it in place. Okay. And we're ready to start weaving. We're going to start from the bottom left corner. Take your thread needle, and then we're going to start by going underneath the warp, over, under, over, under, over. And you're going to repeat this under and over until you get to the last warp. Go ahead and pull the weft yarn all the way through. Now pay attention when you're pulling this. You don't want to pull this completely off your warp and undo your weaving. You want to leave a little bit of a tail here. The popsicle sticks comes in handy to straighten your weft. Another thing this is good for is actually put it underneath all of your warp threads and flip this up so that's more space and it's easier for you to weave. Then loop your needle, and then we're going to start our second roll of weft. We're going to start by going under, over, under, over. Make sure to push the second roll nicely against the first one. We're going to continue to weave the weft back and forth. So when you're ready to change color, you're going to leave a tail here. And we'll come back to this in just a little bit. So begin with your new weft color where you left off. Remember to leave a tail. add as many colors as you like. Try out different texture yarns or any alternative material you may have. If you messed up, just go back the way you came and restart. Once you fill the loom, use the needle to help you hide the tails back into the weft. I'm going to switch to a shorter needle since my tail is a little bit short. So what I'm doing is taking the needle and entering through the first loop created by the weft and pull it through. And then you can cut the excess off. And turn it over and remove the tape from the back. Go ahead and grab your scissors and cut all of the warp threads right down the middle. Okay, and then turn the loom back to the front. So starting with one end, go ahead and grab two of the warp threads and tie a knot. You're going to repeat this process for each pair of the warp threads. And now you should be able to remove your weaving off the loom. And there you have it, a tiny woven tapestry.